Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 16th of May 2023. Let's start with our session. Which institution released a report titled as Race to Net Zero? So this is a Bangkok-based United Nations body named as United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific. Recently, it has released this particular report, and according to this report, most of the countries in the Asia Pacific are insufficiently prepared to face extreme weather events and the natural disasters. Okay, so what's inside the report is not at all important. Only thing you have to remember is this is the report from United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific. Okay, now if we talk about few more important reports, then recently Forbes has released the list of the world's highest paid athletes 2023, and the highest paid athlete as per this report is Cristiano Ronaldo, second is Lionel Messi, and the third is Kylian Mbappe. Fine. Also, a few days back we have talked about the SIPRI report on global military spending, in which US was the top military spender, at second there was China, and at third it was Russia. So these are the top three countries which spend most in their military power. Okay, and India was ranked at 4th position in this report. Fine. Now, according to a report by Henley and Partners, New York City is the world's wealthiest city in 2023. Fine. And which city was at the top? So this is Tokyo, which lies in Japan. Also from India, Mumbai city has been featured in this ranking, and Mumbai has been ranked at 21st position. Fine. Next question is, which country hosted the first China Central Asia Summit? So the inaugural edition of China Central Asia Summit will be hosted by Chinese President Xi Jinping, and the leaders of Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan are expected to take part in this summit. Fine. And last year this summit took place virtually. Fine. So which country is the host for the first China Central Asia Summit? Answer would be China. Now if we talk about few more important hosts and the conferences, so recently India has hosted the 3rd edition of Shanghai Cooperation Organization Startup Forum in the form of first ever physical event in New Delhi. Fine. Also, Science 20 Engagement Group meeting under India's G20 presidency has recently been conducted, and the venue for this meeting was Lakshadweep. Right. Also, the host for the 3rd Quad meeting was Sydney. Fine. Sydney means Australia was the host for this year's Quad meeting. You have to tell me which countries comes under Quad. Do let me know in the comment section. Now next is, which state or the union territory launched the Jaganannaku Chebudam program? Actually, as a part of this program, the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Mr. Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy, has launched a toll-free helpline number 1902. Okay, so basically it will provide quick and quality solutions for the grievances regarding the welfare schemes and the government services. Also, on sharing the grievance, a unique YSR, means your service request identity, would be generated, and the regular updates would be shared. Okay, so which state has launched this particular program? Answer would be Andhra Pradesh state. Now if we talk about few more important government schemes, there is a scheme named as Reach Out Scheme. Full form is Research, Education and Training Outreach Program, and it has been launched by the Indian government to promote research and education also training in the country. And this is the initiative of Ministry of Earth Sciences. Okay. Also recently, the fourth phase of Sagar Parikrama has been concluded last month, and where? In the state of Karnataka. And this Sagar Parikrama is the initiative of Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Phase 1 was launched in 2022. Fine. Basically, this is an initiative to organize a sea voyage across all the coastal states and the union territories so as to support the fishermen and the fish farmers. Fine. Now next is Project Smart, which was seen in the news recently, is associated with which union ministries? So Union Urban Affairs Ministry and the Railways Ministry have recently signed a memorandum of understanding with JICA, means Japan International Cooperation Agency. Why? For station area development along Mumbai-Ahmedabad high speed rail. Okay. And this proposed project seeks to develop the surrounding areas of Mumbai to Ahmedabad high speed railway stations. That's why it was in news. Okay. So Project Smart is associated with Ministry of Urban Affairs and Ministry of Railways. Now talking about different ministries. Few days back, Indian government has announced the establishment of 7 PM Mitra parks in different 7 states, right? And these parks are to be set up under Ministry of Textile. Fine. So these 7 Mitra parks would be set up in which different 7 states? So these are Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, right? Also, we have talked about Samarth scheme. What is the full form of Samarth scheme? So this is a scheme for capacity building in textile sector, and aim is to provide incentive and create the jobs in the organized textile industry and its related sector, right? Now apart from it, Jal Jan Abhiyan is also in news these days. It is implemented by Ministry of Jal Shakti and aim is to conserve water resources. Fine. Next question is, Cyber Surakshit Bharat is the initiative of which institution or the union ministry? So the 36th CISO Deep Dive Training Program was organized by the National E-Governance Division, and this Cyber Surakshit Bharat is the initiative of Ministry of Electronics and IT. So basically it was conceptualized with a mission to spread awareness about the cyber crime and build the capacities of Chief Information Security Officers. Fine. So Cyber Surakshit Bharat is the initiative of Ministry of Electronics and IT. Now a few days back, National Green Tribunal has slapped 10 crore rupees penalty on Kerala government for their failure to protect the Ramsar sites, right? And talking about Kerala, it is the India's very first state to induct the robotic elephants for ritual duties in the temples. Fine. Also, Kerala has installed the robots for sewage cleaning, right? And Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has extended the deadline of its Smart Cities mission to June 2024, and it will give all the 100 smart cities more time to complete their projects and development. Fine. So you can be asked that Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has extended the deadline of Smart Cities mission to which year? So answer would be 2024. Next question is, which country imposed the Title 42 order? So this order was imposed by the Trump administration in 2020 in the country US, and it allows the US authorities to expel the migrants to Mexico without a chance to seek US asylum. Okay. And now the US administration says that the COVID era Title 42 will be replaced by the enforcement of Title 8, which carries the potential for criminal prosecution, also deportation and a 5-year ban on the re-entry. Fine. So this Title 42 order is imposed by the country US. Talking about US, recently we have conducted exercise with US named as COPE India exercise, right? And which state was the venue for this event? Answer would be West Bengal. Next is MiG-21 jet was designed by which country? So this is a supersonic jet fighter and interceptor aircraft that has been designed by the design bureau in the Soviet Union. Okay, and this aircraft was inducted in India in early 1960s, and Indian Air Force is currently planning to phase out the remaining 3 squadrons of these fire jets after numerous crashes and accident. Fine. So MiG-21 jet was designed by the country Russia. Which institution released the Regional Economic Outlook, Middle East and Central Asia? So IMF has released the Regional Economic Outlook report, which predicted that economies in the Middle East and the Central Asia will likely slow down this year because of high inflation and increasing interest rate. Okay, so increase in energy prices and the food prices is cited as the reason for this slowdown. So this report has been released by International Monetary Fund. Next is Science Media Communication Cell is associated with which Union Ministry? So this cell is associated with Ministry of Science and Technology, and who's the minister for this particular ministry? Answer would be Mr. Jitendra Singh. Actually, he reviewed the status of the creation of Science Media Communication Cell recently, and this cell will be established to showcase the success stories of all the departments that are related to science. Okay, so this cell is related to Ministry of Science and Technology. Now the last question says, Tunganath temple, which was seen in the news recently, is situated in which state or the union territory? So this temple is an ancient temple that is situated in the state of Uttarakhand, and now it is said to be declared as a national monument. Okay, so it is the third of the 5 Panch Kedars of Uttarakhand, and this Tunganath mountain form the Mandakini and Alaknanda river valleys as well. Okay, so this temple lies in the state of Uttarakhand. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with our revision session, in which we are doing the current affairs revision for the month of April, and this is the 5th part in the series. So today we'll be doing the questions from 61 up to question number 75. First question says, Project CAB 4th is the first registered service of which country to use full-sized autonomous buses? So this project was launched in the year 2019 to provide fully autonomous full-sized bus service in the country UK. Why is it news? Because the bus services under this project will be launched in Scotland very soon. Kudankulam nuclear power project is located in which Indian state? This nuclear power project involves the setting up of India's largest nuclear power station in the state of Tamil Nadu. And a pressurizer was delivered for the 5th reactor of this power plant by AEM Technologies Izhora. That's why it was in news. TOPS scheme, which was seen in the news recently, is associated with which union ministry? What is the full form of TOPS? The full form is Target Olympic Podium Scheme. Okay, and the purpose is to identify, groom and prepare potential candidates for the Olympic medals. So Sports Ministry has recently decided to give the nod for financial assistance under the scheme for 12 para badminton players who are set to participate in the upcoming Brazil Para Badminton International. Fine. So it works under Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sport, and the full form is Target Olympic Podium Scheme. Lumpy skin disease causes high fever in which type of species? So lumpy skin disease is a highly contagious viral infection of cattle and buffalo that causes high fever and multiple nodules on the skin and on the mucous membrane of cattle. Okay. Which state approved agreement with KfW for a loan to fund the Kerala Green Energy Corridor? Answer would be Kerala. And this corridor seeks to synchronize electricity that is produced from the renewable energy with conventional power stations in the grid. And the state cabinet recently approved the agreement with the German Development Bank, KfW, for a loan to fund this particular project. Next is, who is the head of the committee set up by the Urban Affairs Ministry to examine the stalled real estate project? So Union Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry has set up a committee that is headed by Mr. Amitabh Kant to examine the stalled real estate project, and it seeks to examine the issues that are related to legacy stalled real estate project in the country, and also this committee would recommend the ways to complete them. What is India's growth forecast for this fiscal year as per the World Bank? So World Bank has a forecast of 6.3% economic growth rate for India in the current fiscal year, that means for 2023 to 24. B-52H strategic bomber was recently used in the bilateral air drills between which countries? So this is a long-range supersonic jet-powered strategic heavy bomber that is capable of carrying the nuclear arsenals, and recently it was used during the bilateral air drills between South Korea and the US. The draft National Curriculum Framework for School Education provides the framework for children of which age group? So this draft provides the framework for education curriculum for the children who are aged between 3 and 18 years. And the pre-draft of this framework was released recently, and the Ministry of Education has invited the suggestion and public opinion for this purpose. Which Union Ministry notified the amendment to the IT Rules 2021? This is Ministry of Electronics and IT. And now the new amendment seek to create an open, safe, trusted and accountable internet. That's why it was in news. Next is, JUICE mission, which was seen in the news recently, is associated with which space agency? What is the full form of JUICE? Answer would be Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer mission. Okay, and it will explore Jupiter planet and its satellite named as Callisto, Ganymede and Europa. Okay, so this mission will actually monitor Jupiter's complex magnetic radiation and the plasma environment in depth and its interplay with the moons. Hay fever is associated with which country? So it is found in the country Japan. Basically, it is the seasonal allergic reaction which is caused due to large quantities of pollen from the trees during the spring time. And it is a significant health issue in Japan during the spring months, and it affects millions of people each year. Which state is associated with the Electronic Knowledge Network? Actually, why it was in news? Because the Railtel Corporation of India Limited recently bagged an order worth around 76.1 crore rupees from Bihar State Electronics Development Corporation to implement and manage the Electronic Knowledge Network. And this project will be implemented in the academic buildings of the government engineering colleges and polytechnic institutes within the state. So which state is associated with this network? Answer would be Bihar. As per the India Space Policy 2023, which institution focuses on research and development of space technologies? This is ISRO. Recently, this policy has been approved by the Union Cabinet, and it seeks to streamline the process of private participation in the Indian space sector. Basically, it will see ISRO focusing on research and development of advanced space technologies. Siren sphagnicola, which was discovered recently, looks like which species? So this is a newly discovered species of a siren, and it looks like eel. Fine. So these are the next important questions from the month of April, and tomorrow we'll take it ahead and we will discuss the questions from 76 up to question number 90. Okay. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minuz Hatsana signing off.